With the breaking news, right now, the search is on for the suspect after reviewing this security video showing the very moment UnitedHealthcare boss Brian Thompson was shot and killed in Midtown Manhattan early this morning. Investigators also releasing new images of the shooter who they say ran off into an alley and got away on a bicycle. The whole thing unfolding just blocks from Rockefeller Center and hours before the famous tree lighting. The NYP now offering a $10,000 reward for any information leading them to the shooter.
The motive for this murder currently is unknown, but based on the evidence we have so far, it does appear that the victim was specifically targeted. But at this point, we do not know why. This does not appear to be a random act of violence.
Joining me from the scene of the shooting is our Morgan Norwood, also former NYPD Chief of Detectives Bob Boyce. So Morgan, detectives have now recovered a water bottle, a candy wrapper, and other things I understand from the area where the shooter apparently was. Are we waiting on DNA now?
Yeah, I believe that's where police are in terms of the investigation. Look, they're going to run all of this through forensics and DNA, trying to pick up whatever they can in terms of evidence to lead them to this particular shooter. We also, in the past few minutes or so, also got that wanted poster, which is, of course, going to be blasted not only over TV stations, but also all around the city. I mean, they want as many eyes on this as possible as they try to track down this guy. But again, we've been playing the surveillance video as well. You can see him walk up to Brian Thompson and right before firing that gun. Also, we understand that gun also got jammed. He had to reload and try again, ran off into an alley, picked up a city bike, and then later dumped that as well, which we know police were able to track and use GPS technology. But look, I mean, this was a high-profile individual, a lot of resources being thrown at this particular case. You can see the scene is teeming with police officers. Even hours later, they've been going door to door, trying to get surveillance video, more surveillance video, and of course, talking to anyone who has been in contact with Brian Thompson within the past few days to try to figure out who would want to target him, and then secondary to that would be the motive. Why?
And Bob, look, this is your expertise. What's going through your mind when you think about a motive here and the fact that it looks like it's a targeted murder?
It's definitely a targeted murder. You can see everything screams it. I don't think this man's a professional by any means. He goes way too far away and he shoots Mr. Thompson. A professional would have got a lot closer. When he cleared the gun, he dropped 3 rounds, 3 live rounds. So that's not a professional action or reaction to a jammed gun. And then he runs away. And then he uses a city bike, excuse me, which usually we can get a lot of forensics from that. And also the cell phone, which has not fully been developed. These forensic pieces will take a while. If it's true about the water bottle and the candy wrapper, that they may be able to get a DNA profile from that, but that takes a while too, and it has to be put into a database and to see if he's in there. So that's something that will come up at the end of the investigation. Right now, you see a much better picture put up by Crime Stoppers, and that's the search is on for that individual right now who saw him, and they're waiting on information coming from the public. Maybe someone saw him in a hotel someplace, and he was wearing that outfit. That would be a tremendous boost to the investigation.
So, Morgan, for Thompson's family, a father and a husband senselessly killed during the holidays, what are his loved ones saying now?
You can just imagine, Kira, how devastated they are. I mean, as you pointed out, this is right before the holidays. We know that he was a father of 2. In fact, within the past couple of hours, we did get a statement from his wife, Paulette, who wrote in part, I'm going to read a little bit of it. She says, quote, "We are shattered to hear about the senseless killing of our beloved Brian. He was an incredibly loving, generous, talented man who truly lived life to the fullest." She goes on to add that he was an incredibly loving father to our 2 sons and will greatly be missed. Now, she did not comment on the case specifically in terms of what may have led up to this, but her sister-in-law said that she was unsure what could have possibly led to this incident. Again, echoing that and saying that their family is, of course, heartbroken at this time, Kira.
We'll follow the story and the continued search for this shooter. Morgan Norwood, Bob Boyce, thanks, guys.